Okay, so here's an update. I've got the oil pan gasket on, the new oil pump, everything, all the seals on the lower ends all been replaced now. And when I first booted it back up, it was just ticking. It held oil pressure, but it was just ticking like crazy. I figured, okay, I blew all the lifters out and blew the computer out and blah, blah, blah. Well, because of the job I did have, which I don't now, I was rushing to put him back together. There's two things for these 08s, so at least for my situation, you got to keep track of. So the AFM computer, it sits down in here-ish under that top pan there. And back here you have your oil switch or your oil pressure sensor. And there's a little screen about yay big in there. Pull that switch. If you have to replace the pump, I recommend pulling that switch, pull the filter out and clean it. And put it on there, but don't tighten it down when you go to fill it back up after you prime the pump, which is the little screw. I don't know if I can actually get a picture of it, but it's a little star bit head somewhere up in here. That's the oil. It's like right there-ish somewhere. I think you can see it. I hope you can see it, but it's right here. It's like right behind the pump. Right down in here. Right down in there. You can see it better from the bottom when you got the transfer case out. But pull that, put a hose down in there, and it only takes like half a quart. I tried to shove a whole quart in there and, quickly put it back in there and screwed it in. But for 3 days I'm messing with this, talking to people on YouTube. Like there's a gentleman on here called Oz Mechanics. Look him up. He's quick. I didn't realize the switch. I completely forgot about the switch, the oil pressure sensor. Completely forgot about it. But I pulled that out, forgot to put it back in, had a bunch of oil come out. So I'm pretty sure you gotta leave that loose, let some oil come up in there, and then tighten it back down after you get some oil pressure build up. Because no ticking on startup. Jumped straight to almost 50-ish. I haven't hooked my scanner up to it, so I don't really know if it's right around where, but it's about 45 to 50 right there. And it holds. And I know my tire sensor's on because, well, it's been sitting for over a week and I got 4 crappy tires. But all of his blaze of glory, all back in action, as if nothing ever happened. I haven't filled the antifreeze back up yet. I've been dry running them like crazy, so make sure you put some stuff back in there before you run them, because you can burn the oil pump up, or the water pump up, which I've done that on the R02 Suburban. That was my fault. We had to switch something out on the motor and had to take the water pump off, and I don't remember what the hell it was, but the front main. I think it was the front main seal. Yeah, it was, yeah. But yeah, you gotta make sure you get oil pressure, get oil all through the system, like cold crank it, like take the injector fuse out or something, and just kind of let it build up, or just leave it loose, leave the oil sensor loose, and let some oil build up in there. I know that's probably not what happened. It probably was just a screen, but as a safety precaution, you got to add oil into the pump after you put everything back together anyways, so why not just go ahead and top off your oil, prime the oil pump, and then go up there, and hell, even dump some down in there, really, and then put the sensor back down, and then start it up. You'll get ticking for a few minutes, I guess, and you won't. I don't know. That was my magical fix. But with the AFM computer, there was a wire that's going around the back here and going down to a bundle that goes kind of, actually I don't know where that bundle leads to. It's probably somewhere over there, but there's a wire bundle, and it has a wire coming from up here in the harness in the back, and it's going that way. Yeah, it was unplugged. It's got a little butt connector back there, and I just put it back in. It looks like it might have been cut at one time and they spliced it back together. I don't think it's factory, but it could be. I don't know. This truck was not well maintained when I got him. It was actually in pretty bad shape because, well, you know, sat dead for over 4 months. Now it's back. So remember, just prime it. After you get everything back together, top your oil off. Down there, add oil to the pump. Put the little cap back in. Go back here, loosen that sucker up a little bit. Kind of bleed it, I guess. I guess you'd call bleeding it, I guess. I don't know. I seen one other guy video on here. He didn't have a name on it. Just said bleeding oil or bleeding AFM. That's all it said on his. But I cleaned the filter too, so I didn't replace it yet because I didn't think that was going to do anything. But yeah, we run again. For how long, we don't know. Until I go down again. Be safe. Do your maintenance.